Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are, LFC fans. This is the post-match reaction to our fantastic win 5-1 against West Ham. Really good win, great result. I just really want to dive into a bit about my opinions about the result and a bit of a review as to the last 7 games so far on the slot and where we are going. Please, if you can, please like, subscribe, and please comment. I do appreciate comments as we're trying to build up this channel. I would appreciate if you please leave comments, good, bad, and indifferent, so we can just sort of take that on board and try to improve the channel as we go forward. So, game at Anfield yesterday, 5-1 result. We would expect to have a lot of changes yesterday, and that's exactly what we got. I still feel strength in depth. We've got some work to do. However, we did not sign a lot of players, as we know, and it was important that the players that have been waiting to start or get game time actually got that game time. So yesterday, with Alisson's continual injury, we had Kelly in goal. Tsimikas obviously opportunity to step into Robertson's shoes. Then we had Gomez. We had Kwanzaa, and then we had, in terms of right back, Bradley. So that was our back four for the game. Not our usual, but games like Carabao Cup is an opportunity to give these guys a chance to get some game time and keep in a rhythm for when we do need them. In midfield, obviously changes are plenty. Endo got opportunity to play yesterday. And then we had Jones, and then we had, I was trying to look at it, sort of Gakpo, Jota, and Chiesa and Nunez. So not the starting lineup would expect. I had doubts because my concern was the strength in midfield for this game. But on the bench, we did have our starters. So in case anything went wrong, there was an opportunity to have those boys come on and redeem the situation. So when we looked at the start of the game, it was what I would expect. I thought actually we played some decent football initially. And then it just got to a little sloppy period where we were letting West Ham sort of dictate a bit to us, and they were actually putting us under pressure. West Ham had an initial goal that was ruled out, and then the goal that they did score, which was kicked by Endo, trying to kick the ball out. Didn't know why he didn't kick it right, kicked it towards the left-hand side, and then that hit Kwanzaa and went in. Kwanzaa's not to blame. It was one of those things. But it was a sign of the 10-minute period where we just seemed a bit disjointed. Luckily, we did score straight, almost not long after, with Chiesa having a sort of overhead bicycle kick, if you look at that way, side on, not looking to go towards goal, does count as assist though, and Jota getting in where it could potentially hurt him, which is just before the goalkeeper cleared him out, headed it in. So that was 1-1, felt a lot better, felt that was more a reflection of we should have scored before that. But it was good to see Jota back on the goal scoring, and has not scored for a little bit. Then we get to the second half, and Jones played pretty well. I thought Jones played pretty well. Nice little ball across to Jota, and Jota does what he does. Jota, the slotter, did it again and finished to the bottom left-hand side of the goalkeeper. And then I started to feel we were now really sort of taking control of the game. There was a few shouts from West Ham for penalties, which I tried to be unbiased. I didn't think there were penalties. I thought Gomez one was definitely not a penalty. And Tsimikas one I did not feel was a penalty. I think it was a bit stupid the way Tsimikas had his hand up. But I didn't really feel that they were being unfairly treated there. Then we had Jota again scoring, and then we had Salah coming on. So if I looked, let's take a little step back, and evaluating it overall. Kelleher, pretty well. Wasn't responsible for the goal he scored. Nothing he could do about it. But again, he's shown how, in my view, and many people's view, he is the best second backup goalkeeper in the league, and he deserves an opportunity somewhere. And hopefully that will happen. Tsimikas, I thought Tsimikas had a bit of a dodgy game to me. There was one particular opportunity that they had where Tsimikas tried to play offside and he was just totally out of sync with the rest of the back four. Just ridiculous. However, he was industrious throughout the game, but I think clearly Tsimikas is not the heir apparent to Robinson, and it's something that we have to accept, and hopefully we'll go into the market at some point. Gomez, I thought Gomez was steady. Actually, considering a player that hasn't played so much, I thought Gomez did okay. I thought Gomez did okay. If I was scoring him, I'd call him probably about a 7. Kwanzaa, probably about the same. I think obviously he wasn't at fault for Endo's kick that hit off him. But at times I felt he was being bullied sometimes on the ball or off the ball. And that's something he's really needs to get to grips with, especially when Antonio came on. I felt it was getting bullied at times. But he'll learn, he'll get stronger. And he has a safe place, i.e., he's not a star at the moment, but he will develop that strength. I have no doubt about it. Then we look at Bradley. Bradley was okay, but again, you're looking at these guys coming on, haven't played consistently. They need some more game time to get into rhythm. So you're not going to expect them to go from 0 to 100 like that. But what you want to see is that they are ready to do a job. And Bradley's ready to do a job. He played pretty well, and he set up, well, it could have been, he set up McAllister's shot, which then Salah scores. So again, industrious, defensively, he needs to learn to stop letting players cut in from the left-hand side into their right foot, i.e. the Nottingham Forest goal. It's a bit vulnerable to that again yesterday, but overall, defensively, not too bad. Endo, tricky one. Endo, I like Endo so much. And again, he's a victim of the fact that Klopp came, bought him, Klopp left, new manager in, different philosophy, different style playing. I said different philosophy, there's not so much difference, but in terms of the midfield engagement and passing between midfield, a lot more of that. And receiving the ball from the back four, a lot more of that on the slot than you get on the Klopp. And he's a victim of that. He did okay, poor guy. The kick out that hit Kwanzaa went in, he's to blame for that, and at times hanged on to the ball a little bit too long. But other times he was very creative. He was breaking the lines, yeah? He was getting back, defending and doing his job. And you could actively see he was trying to get into the places to receive the ball from the back four. So again, strength and depth. You're still looking at someone say, can he do a job? He can, but can we see why the coach is not playing him? Yes, I can. And that's, it's something that I think with his age now, I don't think he'll get that. So at some point, we'll probably see parting ways. But for the meantime, he's there. We like him. He gives his best. That's all we can ask for. Jones, coming back from injury. Jones was very industrious. Had the opportunity to score. I thought Jones did pretty well. Almost that Bozolai position. My continued criticism of Jones again is Jones just tends to hold that ball too long at times. He can really be something, but he's got to learn to release the ball quicker. And that's something that he needs to learn quickly, because I get so much concern sometimes when he has the ball, when we're in vulnerable positions, because I feel he'll lose it. But I don't want to take away from his game, really, because he did a 94% pass completion yesterday. 94% pass completion. And he set up Jota's second goal. He had an opportunity where he nearly scored himself. So overall, looking at a player coming on who hasn't been playing, thought he did pretty well. I think well done, Jones. Well done. You know, I like Jones. Some people view him differently, but again, when you look at strength and depth, Liverpool lad, you know, I'm okay with that. I thought he played pretty well. I'll probably give him a 7.5 if I was looking at it overall. Then you look at Jota, sort of, I think it was just playing that sort of behind the strikers, but engaged in sort of midfield. Jota was okay. Again, Jota industrious. Scored 2 goals for us, thank you very much. Scored in the 25th and the 49th minute. And we are very happy with that. And he showed how clinical finisher he is, as we know. We know Jota. That's why it's called Jota the Slaughter. For a reason. He bangs in the goals. What we just want to see is better passing. And more in the game. Sometimes he can drop out of the game. But one thing you never say about Jota is that he's not committed. He doesn't get in where it hurts. He does. With then some. So, you know, I mean, maybe someone would have seen him as man of the match. I think I'll probably go with that. I think Jota deserves to be man of the match. Gakpo, we are starting to see this sprinkle of gold dust now putting on Gakpo. We know Gakpo's got the raw ingredients to do the job on left-hand side. We know it. He is a winger. I know Klopp played him more in midfield at times, but he is a left-sided winger, really. That's what he does. And when he cuts in on the right foot, he's a dangerous. So, again, really came into his game. I thought, again, in the last sort of 20 minutes, 15 minutes, came really into his game. Looked really strong, taking on his defenders, cutting in between them, shrugging them off the ball. That's what I want to see. Strength, you know, confidence on the ball, and that aggressive streak. Sometimes they're a bit too nice. Sometimes he drops off the game. So if I tell you some of the stats that he's got, Gakpo, 6 goal contributions in 5 starts. 6 goal contribution, 5 starts. 4 goals, 2 assists. Let's not be greedy. 100% dribble completion in this game. So every time he got that ball, he was on it, getting past his man. That's what we want to see again. So that creates a space, opportunity, then when he crosses the ball in, or he shoots because you don't know what he's going to do. A few times he tried to cross that ball in, create some chances, and the 2 times in a row, went for a bang. And he got the 2 goals. Well done. Got goals 93rd minute. It was really, really good. And it's a really nice feeling when you see a player that you can see with the raw ingredients really showing what he can do. And although he's not starting and playing the full games, I think he should be happy with what's going on, because we are seeing a manager that's really taken time to develop him and give him little opportunities, but where he can really strive and show himself. I would take a Gakpo coming on for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or playing a 50 minutes, 60 minutes in a game, if that shows himself, rather than him playing 90 and missing for 40 minutes. And I like what I'm seeing. And I really hope we see some more of that. And we've got Diaz. Competition for places is mean. We are being greedy. We are being greedy. Competition for places on the left side. Diaz, Gakpo. Many teams in the league would be asked for one of those guys. Greedy. Nunes, I thought Nunes did what a striker needs to do. He did a lot of play which I think wouldn't have been noticed, because he was doing a lot of running, distracting the centre-backs, moving them around the pitch. So you didn't see him opportunities to score, really. And sometimes he wasn't getting that ball quickly enough from the midfielders. But I could see what he was doing. I could see what's being asked of him. Lots of movement, engaging the defenders, creating space. I want Nunes to score goals. He's a striker, and I like to see him bang goals because he gets more confident. But I was happy with what he played yesterday. I was happy with his performance, and it's good for him to get some more minutes as well. Chiesa. So Chiesa, you would expect for someone who even a coach said, look, it'd be lucky to get 60 minutes out of him. I thought he did okay. It wasn't outstanding, but in terms of where he is probably now in his fitness, I thought he did pretty well. I thought he was a threat. And at times, we just didn't pass the ball quick enough to him. There was times that we should release the ball quicker to give him a chance to get a shot in. But again, we've got Salah, we've got Chiesa. Greedy. Are we greedy? Yes, we are. What? Oh, God, stop. The riches we have is unbelievable. Salah or Chiesa? Salah doesn't have a great game, put Chiesa on. Salah needs a rest, put Chiesa on. In this time, when Chiesa came off, Salah came on, and Salah's been greedy. That's the theme of the day, greedy. Salah, this was Bradley running through, pass through from Salah. Salah keeps running in. Bradley crossed that ball. McAllister comes in, has a shot. Keeper saves it. Salah bangs it in, roof of the net, and he's a happy man. We know Salah's happy when he scores, and that was like 74 minutes, and that dovetails nicely into McAllister. McAllister came on, and again, you know, some players don't need announcements. They just quietly do their job. That's what McAllister does. He knits things up for our midfield quietly. Understated, but definitely not underrated. He is the one. And whereas we had Hendo's last season where the midfield dropped off, where we had Fabinho in there, our midfield was full of energy, full of strength, full of passing ability, technical. And I like that. And that's the direction the coach has taken us. We've had our workhorses, and don't get me wrong, our guys work. But what we're seeing is a technical finesse, which could be the difference, giving us a chance to go for this league. We won't get on a high horse yet, long way to go, but it's coming along nicely. Robert came on, Robert did what he needed to do, and it was good that he had a little rest. Would it be nice for some of the guys to have a bit longer rest? Yes, it would. But I kind of feel like sometimes you just need to keep that car running, even going around the block. Yeah, and some of these our key players just came on, quick round the block, and game was done. But well done. Then I look at Slot's games. So Liverpool, 7 games, 6 wins. Obviously, Nottingham Forest was the issue for us. Nottingham Forest will be a thorn until we make it into previous existence. But hopefully we learnt from that. Hopefully we've learned 18 goals scored, 3 conceded. So we are becoming mean at the back. Although chances created against us will probably show that a little bit differently. But we are making progress. And I would definitely give Slot at least an 8 out of 10 for the progress he's made currently. And long may it continue. We've got a hungry team. And we're through to the next round. We have got Brighton. A little concerning. Didn't want to have Brighton. Brighton away is not the game to have. But, you know, it is what it is. And we take it as it comes. But please, really cannot say this enough. Really have some comments on the posts. Would really like you to like, subscribe. I like talking about the football. I love talking about Liverpool. And as I build up this channel, I will be talking more about other clubs. And sort of how they're getting on. Arsenal did pretty well yesterday, playing their youth boys. You know, good result. You know, you would expect them to be doing that. Chelsea been playing pretty well. So, you know, I do want to dive a little bit into the other teams. But, you know, my love is LFC. Please like, subscribe and comment and click on notifications. It is work in progress. The channel's work in progress. And I hope you follow me for this journey because it's about talking about what we love. I love football. I love Liverpool. I love football totally. So please follow, please subscribe, and please like if you can. And click on notifications. And see you soon. Come on, the Reds.